just wanted to come on here and just share a quick testimony because spiritual warfare is so real, and I have been attacked so much lately with my health, with my finances, with my family. And the more you walk with God, the more He is going to break you down so your flesh and yourself could die. And it makes the enemy so angry. It makes the devil so mad. Because when you're walking with the devil, he ain't gonna mess with you because you already walking with him. It's when you start walking with God, then he get mad. That's why I thank God for scripture. That's why it's so important to stay in your word, people. That's why I post scripture almost every day, because scripture is your weapon. It talks about in the Bible that scripture is like a double-edged sword. There's nothing sharper than scripture, and that's why it's important to stay in your word, because it's a weapon. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. And so that's why it's important, because when you know scripture, then you can use it, because the enemy is like a lion in the lion's den. He likes to snare. He's like he prowls around, and he likes to get you when you're weak and vulnerable, and then that's when he likes to attack. But when you know your word, you're able to identify when it's God, and you're able to identify the trick of the enemy, so you can use your word. But that's why I wanted to jump on here, messy hair and all. I'm like, God, I look a mess. He said it's not about you. You on your way to pick up your prescription, but you need to let the people know how rough of a time that you've been having. You need to let the people know how I've been there. You need to share your testimony that it's been hard for you, but it hasn't been hard for me. You need to let the people know that you have had those days where you were questioning me, but I'm still God. You need to let those people know that you have had days of crying and tears, but I have always been there, because God says that I will never leave you nor forsake you. So it's not about how you look. It's not about your hair. It's about God at the end of the day. So I want to encourage somebody today that you are not alone. And I also want to let you all know that peace is not the absence of trouble. Peace is what you have in the midst of trouble. That's what my page is about. My page is about living in peace. And God also gave me that revelation too. He's like, okay, well, Nakia, your page is about living in peace, right? So I'm going to take you through these storms so you really can be about what your page is about. So you got to have peace in these storms, Nakia. So you have to have something to share with the people. So I have been in a rough storm with health, family, finances, career, everything. And I've been having peace only because of God. And I want to encourage you this weekend, today, in life, to live in peace with Christ. LIP.